The Ohio Research and Development Investment Tax Credit is a non-refundable credit against the commercial activity tax. To qualify for the credit, a business must incur qualified research expenses as defined in Section 41 of the Internal Revenue Code. The R&D project must follow the federal guidelines for being technology-oriented, and while not mandatory, Ohio does expect to see a substantial amount of costs related to experimentation. The Internal Revenue Code defines qualified research as those expenses for activities intended to discover information that eliminates uncertainty concerning the development or improvement of a product. A product is defined as a process, technique, formula, or invention. Under the federal definition, many types of expenses are not allowed. These include, but are not limited to, acquisition of another's patent, model, or production, advertising, consumer and efficiency surveys, management studies, ordinary testing for quality control, research conducted after commercial production begins, research related to style, taste, cosmetics, or seasonal design, and routine data collection. Normal commercial outsourced contract research expenses are subject to a 65% limit. Research expenses incurred through a university are subject to a 75% limit. The credit may be claimed by both C corporations and flow-through entities. Current year claims are submitted with the current year return. Amended claims are submitted in accordance with standard amending rules. The documentation requirements for the Ohio credit follow the same guidelines as the federal return. The taxpayer must be able to put their hands on receipts, key documents, and financial statements if and when required to support expenses claimed. The Ohio Research Credit is equal to 7% of the QREs in excess of the taxpayer's Ohio base amount. The base amount is the average investment in Ohio QREs over the 3 preceding taxable years. Any unused credit can be carried forward for 7 years. Here is a sample calculation. If a taxpayer's total investment in qualifying research expenses for a taxable year is $600,000, and their average investment in qualifying research expenses for the 3 preceding taxable years is $200,000, then their net excess of QREs for the taxable year is $400,000. With a credit rate of 7%, the taxpayer earns a $28,000 credit. There is no specific application or approval process for the research credit in Ohio. The credit may be claimed on a tax return, but will be subject to an audit by the Department of Taxation. For further information on claiming state research credits or the federal research credit, visit Swanson Reed's YouTube channel by clicking the link below, or contact one of our specialists by clicking the button in the lower left-hand corner of the screen.